fucking head of the Proud Boys.
Right.
The head of the Proud Boys was
is
an
that true?
informant.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
And what's his name? Enrique Tarrio? Yeah, pull that up. He was a fucking informant. So this guy who is at the head of the Proud Boys, the guy who's organizing the things, he was an FBI informant.
Wow.
Do you know the story of the Proud Boys? The real origin story?
No, I don't, actually.
Oh my God. The origin story is amazing. The origin story, here we go. Proud Boys leader was prolific informer for law enforcement. Enrique Tarrio, leader of the Proud Boys extremist group, has a past informer for federal and local law enforcement, repeatedly working undercover for investigators after he was arrested in 2012, according to a former prosecutor in a transcript of a 2014 federal court proceeding obtained by Reuters. So the Proud Boys started off as a joke on Anthony Cumia's radio show, where Gavin McGinnis, who was a regular guest, they made a joke about one of the guys who was an intern. And he was, they were doing a joke about him being in a musical, and the musical, like, Proud of My Boy. And they were singing a song, like, we're the Proud Boys, proud of my boy. And they're like, we're going to put together a group called the Proud Boys. And so they decided to have, like, this fake group of people. And to get into this group, they had to punch you in the arm, and you have to read off, like, remember different breakfast cereals. Like, it's all, like, really hilarious, stupid shit. But then Gavin, Gavin's one of those guys that just, like, he's a legitimate maniac, which was great when he was running Vice and not so great when he gets involved in extremist groups.
Right.
And so his idea was like, fuck these crazy Antifa people. We're going to develop our own group. We're going to go after them. We're going to fight them when we go to these, because they would show up at any time he had to do speeches, and they would protest him. He's like, we're going to beat the Proud Boys. We're going to show them. We're going to fight them. And I'm like, hey, like, that doesn't end well.
Right.
And obviously it ended terribly. And that's where the Proud Boys origin story came from.
That's amazing.
It came from the Anthony Cumia radio show. From Opie and Anthony. Anthony from Opie and Anthony. Dude, it's a joke. Like, Anthony came on the podcast and told the origin story of it. There's a famous clip that's on YouTube, and it's hilarious.
And then it ends up being like, a central issue in like the presidential campaign,
yes.
right? Like,
yes, it's nuts.
America couldn't be more ridiculous,
dude. But if you know Anthony and you know Gavin, like I've known Gavin forever, Gavin's just nuts. Like, he's not an extremist. He's not an evil person. He's just nuts. But he fucked up when he created that group. I'm like, dude, you can't just punch people in the face, because you punch people in the face, they come back with a bat. Now you have a war. Like this, you just can't just say, we're going to go hit people. Like, that always ends badly. Right. But he just was having fun and kept pushing it. He's a push the limits, push the envelope guy. And then now it's this hate group that people bring up in political speech. And the Proud Boys and the white supremacists and, like, the Proud Boys.
And they have a life of their own now, right?
Now it's beyond. They don't even like him anymore.
Right.
They kicked him out of a meeting. He went to a meeting in Vegas. He's persona non grata in the Proud Boys now. He can't even go to a thing that he started as a joke has now completely ran away from him. Because, like, with any group, right? If you have a group that people can join, anyone can join. Well, anyone can join. You're going to get assholes to join it.
Of course.
And you're also going to get law enforcement. And that's how you got this Enrique Tarrio guy.
Right.
Wild.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It's wild.
So they I guess they found his cooperator agreement.
Yeah.
And what, did he continue to be the head of the Proud Boys after that?
I think they arrested him recently. That's the interesting, also the thing about these guys is they don't get off scot-free. Like, they make you work as an informant, they make you be a snitch, and then they put you in jail.
Right.
They'll still put you in jail, but just they won't put you in jail for life. Like,
right.
Okay, we're going to give you 10 years instead of 50. And so these guys just do it anyway. I mean, they treat you like a real bitch. Like, they don't treat you like a half a bitch or like, hey, we're going to work out a deal. No, they treat you like a bitch. 2 days before a far-right mob stormed the U.S. Capitol, police arrested the leader of the Proud Boys militia group for burning a Black Lives Matter flag at a different protest.
Well, that's convenient.
Meanwhile, he's black, which is hilarious.
Right.